movements should not be more open. This process should not be more open, and there should be people in Al Jazeera and in the Muslim Brotherhood who really change that approach, because they don't have to fight the other parts of the opposition. There should be a very clear understanding that the enemy is also not the military or the old establishment, but that's the goal and that's the task they both have to reach, working together. And well, you can always speak up wise, fine, including and social words, as I do right now, if you're not living there and if you're not fearing the Muslim and Islamic conservative movement to just exclude you out of everything and to just change the society to a more Islamic one. But when I remember the approach of the Muslim Brotherhood before they have won power with Mohammed Morsi, which has also been not a good way where this was polarized and where how he came into power. But anyway, the approach was a different one. It was more inclusive, it was more open, it was more well, the focus was on freedom, the focus was on ending the old corrupt regime. So, and if you listen to that again, well, it's still the same argument.
About 4 meters high and made of concrete blocks, these barriers have been put up to protect the president's palace from the next big protest.
I don't understand why these people fight one another. They shouldn't fight one another. They should simply work together. They should simply make some kind of different deal with one another. And they should see that their enemy is not the Christian one, the Coptic one, the secular one. The enemy of success and a successful takeover in Egypt is never the opposition and the other fraction of the opposition. It's always the old system. The enemy of anything which needs to be changed is the establishment, is the old one, and the enemy is not a person, it's a way of thinking. So from my viewpoint, it's very, very dangerous for Egypt not to simply reopen and redefine the way, and the key for that is the Muslim Brotherhood, and the key for that is Qatar and Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia you have some kind of power vacuum, because, and it's not a real vacuum, but it's something like, because the Sheikh or the King of Saudi Arabia, however he may call himself, he is, I don't know if he's ill or in coma or whatever, but so there it seems to be a very unclear situation in Saudi Arabia. But the spiritual influence in Egypt, according to the Muslim Brotherhood, is coming from the Salafi and Wahhabite conservative Islamic theology in Saudi Arabia and in Qatar. So they need to open the process, they need to open the conservative direction, they need to redefine a direction which is not taking over a society, a constitution in an ungood way, but in an open way, if they want to take it over. If the whole society in Egypt is to decide it wants to have a different constitution, it is good, but they shouldn't polarize in the way they do right now to get their goals reached, because they have a much higher price to pay if they polarize and divide the society and then win any kind of vote or election for or against the constitution draft or whatever. So that's very dangerous from my viewpoint, and I think most people know and understand that, and so they should do different. And I ask myself for the last several months, why there is nothing happening like that, because it's very easy and very reasonable to open the process, to open it should be very easy. Maybe it's not possible, because if you have a strong conservative Islam, you will always have this nationalistic excluding moment, and also this will be an influence in the constitution itself, or will change the society to a more closed one, more aggressively closed one.